Jennifer Coolidge. How did I forget Jennifer Coolidge? Revoke my gay card. Literally, just snatch it, snatch it. Hello everyone, and welcome to a new video on my channel, David Attempts, because that is the general theme, is that I will be attempting something in some video or another. I have lots of ideas, so stay tuned. Also, if you have any suggestions, that's what the comment section is for. Suggestions, not hate. You can LOL at me all that you want. I totally love that. I laugh at myself. You can laugh at me too. Just don't be mean. Thank you. Like and subscribe because I've got some awesome video games I'm going to try to play, and any suggestions you have, because this is David Attempts. So I'm going to try to attempt something. I'm so excited because today, David, me, will be attempting to watch Single All the Way on Netflix, which is really exciting because this is the first LGBT Christmas movie, holiday movie on Netflix. And last year we got Happiest Season with Kristen Stewart, and it was so funny, so fresh, and we all love Dan Levy. He is so good. Hopefully he gets an amazing movie soon. And oh my god, we all know Aubrey Plaza should have ended up with Kristen Stewart. Like, that's the real tea. Anyway, Happiest Season on Hulu. Check it out if you haven't. It's top tier. It's so good. So I'm really excited to see what Single All the Way has to offer, because not only is the cast amazing, but so is the representation amazing and important. So many people, because Netflix is everywhere, will be able to see this, even if you're watching it at 3 a.m. because you're closeted and you're 12 years old. And that's really exciting because I remember being that kid closeted at 3 a.m. watching Queer as Folk on Logo, hoping my mom wouldn't wake up. The cast is so good. Not only do we have Kathy Najimy, which is a goddess, like top tier scene stealer.
Winnie?
But then we have Jennifer Coolidge.
You're not very pretty, and you're not very bright. I'm so glad we had that talk.
Who else other than Kathy Najimy and Jennifer Coolidge would you want for a Christmas movie? The two campiest, amazing, committed scene stealers of all time. Like, hello, Sister Act. Who do you think steals those scenes? Hello, Cinderella Story with Hilary Duff. And I already know that I'm gonna cry because everything makes me cry, especially when the minute there's like a gay on TV, I'm just like, oh, it's beautiful. And when they have a supportive family, which I hope that there is, and I'm sure there's gonna be some happy, tearful, tear-jerky moments, I'm ready to cry and have a good time. Side note, I am from Kentucky, and I love Kentucky. She's great to visit. She's got so much to offer. She's coming along the way. But unfortunately, I do follow the news sites, and the comments are literally the worst comments you've ever seen in your life. And lately I've been seeing transphobic and homophobic comments, and so many of them revolve around the, why does everything have to have a label? And it's like, they're gonna have it regardless. Also, we've been preaching labels forever and ever. We've been saying labels are stupid, and you guys are like, no, we have to label everything, but you're the ones labeling it. So just because we choose to identify ourselves isn't giving us a label, it's giving us an identity that we can speak into existence, and the least you could do is respect that. But I digress. Additionally, I even have my peppermint mocha. I made it myself, did not buy it from Starbucks, but look at this cup. I bought it the other day. There was no line at the airport at 5 a.m., which is a Christmas miracle in and of itself, but I thought it'd be really cool. It changes colors. This is the first one I've ever bought. Is she hot enough to change colors? Ooh, look at that. It's the little things. Isn't that the coolest technology? We thought we'd have flying cars by now. We just have cups that change colors. Let's go ahead and get into Single All the Way. I'm so excited. Cheers. Too many people are upgrading to your account. I truly have the opposite of a regular family. Normally, people would be on their parents' Netflix, but instead, my mother is on my Netflix. So now I have to upgrade to $13.99 a month so that way she can watch her thing and I can watch mine. She better be watching something good. If it's Tiger King Season 2, no ma'am.
Adam? Yeah. Okay. Hey, Peter, my client's getting antsy.
Oh, it's a rough life for the Insta-gay.
I was literally thinking in my head, oh, these are Insta-gays. And it reminded me of in the other two, which if you haven't watched, you should. There's a whole reoccurring joke and a really good episode about the Insta-gays. 10 out of 10.
You going with Nick?
Yes, and also with my boyfriend.
Boyfriend? Okay, how long?
3 months and 22 days.
I don't think this opener was as strong as it should have been. What did this set us up for? I mean, yes, we do know that apparently he has relationship issues and this is his longest relationship, which is relatable. And the fact that he remembers 3 months and 22 days, that alone shows that he hasn't had a lot of long-term relationships because he's counting the days because they're important. And when you haven't had a lot of relationships, every day is important because you're like, is this a new record for me? But as a whole, where's the jokes?
Where are the jokes?
That was just like, there's a few little little moments, but where was the comedy? Punch me over the face. Like, bam, this is a good movie. Like, bam, this is a comedy. That's what I wanted. It's like the first paragraph of a novel. That should draw you in so you keep reading the book. Otherwise, you're like, man, okay. That's kind of how that felt. Meh, okay. Oh, no, no, no. Literally serving 2005 accountant realness. Not even cute. Like, dad of Malcolm in the Middle, who we love, but those outfit choices, no. Maybe this is a character choice.
Looking a little sad today, Linda. I think I know what this is about. Just because I'm finally in a relationship doesn't mean you're any less important to me. You saved me. When Zach broke my heart, changed my life forever. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't have any of my other plans. Ow! Ow!
You can tell this is written by real queer people in the umbrella of the LGBTQ+I world, because that is so accurate. The plant gay trope is great, but I wouldn't call it a trope yet because the straights don't know about it, but like in the gay community, we all know about the plant gays. Ooh, he's so hot.
You're gonna go with your new man. No, Tim can't come until later. I already told you this. You have to be at the hospital until 9. Anyway, none of this matters because you're...
Okay, I wouldn't say that I like the main character yet. I feel like I like the other guy better already, just because he seems so chill, and he's a working man. We love that. Or working, whatever gender he identifies as. We love that. I just feel like this is going to be one of those things where you kind of hate the main character. I think I know why I don't like him. He feels really insincere, which is probably intentional because maybe he doesn't know his identity yet. He doesn't really know himself. He's just playing a version of himself, which we often do as queer people. We often portray either the opposite of what a gay person is. Not everyone goes through the same trajectory, but it is very common. Like, the minute I came out, it was like, oh, I can't be that gay. I can't be X, Y, and Z stereotypes of gay. And then you kind of become like, oh, what am I supposed to be? What does it mean to be a gay person, to be a queer person? He feels disingenuous because he's trying to be this self-assured, accomplished gay person, but maybe he just doesn't feel that way, which is clearly true because he hasn't had a relationship very long because he's counting 3 months and X amount of days.
And repeatedly threatening to sue them on Judge Judy.
Oh, I do love Judge Judy. That's cute. It's these little moments that make it feel like this, we're not being pandered to. Netflix isn't like, here's a queer movie, enjoy. It feels like they actually employed queer people and like let them in on the creative process. Oh, hello. McDreamy.
What do I have to do to be cardiac arrested?
That line was good.
I love how much you love hearts. It's kind of my job to love hearts. Well, hopefully someday
This is
it'll be my
cringy.
job to love. This year will be even better, because I won't be the single one. Who's going to be the single one? No, I mean, I'm always the single one. Every year, it's like I'm this problem they all have to solve. They can't understand why I haven't been in a relationship that hasn't lasted more than a...
Okay, I hate to stop it right here because the scene is really good, but what I like about it is this is the first time that I feel like the main character is actually genuine.
Problem solved.
Obviously, this guy does not care about him because he doesn't say, I hear you, I see you, I'm listening. Instead, he just kisses him, which I get is cute and all. And maybe the main character is thinking, oh, he's kissing me, so romantic. But no, he wasn't even listening to you. Problem solved. You didn't do anything but kiss him. Like, you...
Come to New Hampshire, meet my family. They'll love you. I would love to come home with you.
What I fear is that he'll be like, sure, sounds great. And then as soon as the party's over, he's just gonna block him from everything and ghost. Or what would be even worse, he doesn't even block him, he just never replies. And then you see the red and the timestamp, that would be a little too close to home.
Go make more doctor money to pay for your plane ticket.
He's already got an Amex. Why would you say that? It's just weird. It's right.
Oh, get him one of those things. You know those dumpster things? What's that called?
Dumpster. It's a dumpster.
Yes, get him one of those.
Kathy Najimy can make any script work. But that was not good. Like, she was fantastic. She comes across lovable, nice, caring, Midwestern, warm mom. But that line was not great. Like, who That's like a first draft line. Okay, but where's the punchline? What's the joke? The dumpster thing? And then he says, oh, you mean like a dumpster? Like, in what world would that make sense?
I want a Rolex. It doesn't have to be real.
It's kind of weird if that's his sister to be like, can I have a Rolex? Maybe it's just because I'm from the South and we're mostly all poor and we just don't care about brands. I'm speaking generally, of course. I don't care about brands. My family does not care about brands.
I'd been calling him for days with no answer until just this morning his wife finally picked up and told me he died, hanging Christmas lights. He fell off someone's roof and broke his neck.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's hilarious. So funny because this is literally how rich people are.
This week.
Oh, that's great.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
No, you're married. You're a liar and a cheater. You've been lying to me for almost 4 months, and to your wife for however many years, and to yourself for... No, you know what? I'm not going to judge whatever journey you're on. It's just not what I'm looking for, and I hope that you never do it to anybody else ever again.
That was mature. What I liked about this was it did feel very genuine. It felt like he was pissed off on the phone, like saying all the things that you would say. Perfect. It didn't feel scripted. Like the delivery felt genuine, which was great. And what I loved about how this part was written was that it cuts to the revelation and then his phone call with the guy breaking up with him and his infidelity. I liked that there wasn't a cliched moment where the friend had to tell him what was happening. There wasn't none of that. Like, it saves so much time because they trust that the audience is smart enough. We figured it out. They don't have to tell us. We got it. And then now we can keep moving forward. Like, it didn't lag, which I appreciate.
My family already asked why we're not just together. All straight people ask that about gay friends.
True. Little do they know that everyone's hooked up with their gay friends. Even when they say they're not, they're lying.
All right. Thank you. We're not going to pretend to do the boyfriend thing. Yeah.
What I love about this is that the movie finally found its stride and a good voice. And it's like very organic. It flows very nicely. The main character feels so genuine. His best friend is awesome. I really like his best friend because he doesn't feel like he's playing a caricature of a gay person. He just feels like a real person who happens to be gay, which is the best part about it. And I'm so excited to see all their shenanigans when they go to New Hampshire. And I love that they are giving character development through the story. They're actually showing and not just telling you.
A blind date. His name is James. He's really cute. He's about your age.
Oof, daddy.
Would you let me try and fix it? No. Are you sure?
I love this because that means the dad is going to be really enamored by the best friend. So they better fall in love, not the dad, the best friend. Although that would be juicy.
YouTube and HGTV? What is that, the homosexual gay network?
HGTV, is that the homosexual gay network? He's not wrong.
He's a new trainer at my gym, and he came in. All the girls went crazy for him. And then, of course, he told us he was gay. Audrey was devastated, but I thought, gay? I know gay. And so I told him all about you. I did, and I showed him your picture, and he thought you were really cute, and he would love to meet you.
I bet this gay trainer was literally like, get this woman away from me. She was like, oh my god, I have a gay son. Here's his picture. And then you can't be the asshole who's like, no thank you, not my type, or oh, bottom. So of course he's gonna say, sure, sounds great. Like, he's coming on way too strong because how can you escape that?
And a blind date has almost zero chance of working out.
Statistically, he hasn't had any relationships working out, so where is his math? I would love to know. What does he have to lose at this point? Also, he doesn't still seem very heartbroken about the doctor thing. Like, he seems like he's moved on pretty quickly from it. Where's the sadness? They should have had a moment where he's just driving along a beautiful autumn street in New Hampshire with the leaves falling down in all the different colors while he scream cries Taylor Swift's All Too Well 10-minute version.
Look at it this way. At least you don't have to call your mom in a month and explain to her that the guy that you brought home for Christmas is, oops, married to a woman with kids.
The best friend speaks the most truth. Wouldn't you rather cut this BS off early?
You know what? I got one of those memory things on my phone the other day from that night that you guys took me out in West Hollywood and made me get on that bar with all those shirtless cowboys.
I like that this movie avoids the cliche of him not being out to his family. It's great that he's out and they're supportive and lovely.
They were gay, shirtless cowboys, right?
No, they're straight. That's how they get the most tips.
Well, he's going on a date.
What? Like from Grindr?
No.
Jennifer Coolidge is so flawless. Like, she truly needs to win an Emmy for White Lotus. She elevates a performance no matter where she's in.
Look at, I think outfit is so cool and so modern. And you know what? These gorgeous stars came with the trees. I love them. I do too.
Jennifer Coolidge can literally steal any moment.
Get dressed and get cute. Such a pusher. Don that damn barrel.
Shut up.
He needs to have a better attitude. Because at least he can make a new friend, right?
Probably thought you were going on a date with the hottest, smartest, funniest, coolest, most interesting person who was ever born. Maybe I am. Oh. I'm sorry.
That was top tier.
Last year I got a job as a ski instructor at Eagle Hill. Oh, I used to ski Eagle Hill all the time growing up. Yeah, I was teaching there last season and loved it, especially because, you know, free skiing. But I was shuttling back and forth to Boston every week for my regular gym job. That got old real fast. So this year, I decided to move up for the season. Found a sublet, got the job at the spinning studio, and I get to ski a lot more. Wow. Ski instructor and trainer of moms in a wintry Christmas village. I love it up here.
I love this because they gave the gym instructor so much character because he's not just the hot, dumb stereotype. He's got personality, he's got drive, he is enjoying the simple pleasures in life. He knows himself and what he wants. That's what we're all looking to have or to be.
Why are we all in separate rooms wrapping our gifts at the same time at our mother's house? That's what we did when we were kids. But now we're grown-ups with our own houses. So you're wondering, why do they still have to wrap them here? Great question, Nick. And the non-answer answer to that is because this is the annual Harrison family secret wrapping party.
She was so good in Schitt's Creek, but she's showing all of her talents as an actress right here. Someone like her and Kathy Najimy and Jennifer Coolidge, they know how to deliver a line and find all those little moments that make it special and fun to watch.
Can I give you a ride home?
You think I'm getting in that death trap? I live a block away. I can walk. But,
Come with him. Kiss him. Kiss him. No.
I think that Christmas trees should smell like Christmas trees and be, you know, green. I will take care of everything. I will change the water. I'll clean up the needles.
He wants to own a plant store, but is that really lucrative in New Hampshire? It's cold way more than it is warm, and plants mostly need warmth, right? Unless he wants to own a Christmas tree farm, which could be pretty cool.
James wants to know if I want to go skiing tomorrow.
Yay, okay, I like this. This is fun. Oh, the best friend actually likes him.
I always thought that you and Peter should be together.
I think you're angling for a full-time handyman.
No, I wouldn't mind. But no, you were the first person that Peter ever introduced us to that meant anything to him. You're the only one. And over the years, as a father, I can just see that he's happiest when he's with you.
But you've never seen him with any of his boyfriends.
No, I haven't. Probably because none of them ever lasted that long. You lasted.
Well, I'm his best friend.
Well, my wife is my best friend in the whole world, so.
Oh, the reason that this is making me emotional is because it's so good to see a loving family being like, we want the best for you. And the fact that his dad is like, your partner needs to be your best friend and you guys are best friends, and he's like rooting for him, and it's making it so normalized for gay relationships to be just like straight relationships. And it's like, finally, we're normal people, okay? Show us like normal people. Not everything gay related in media has to be tragedy, and it's so nice to see a heartwarming family that is accepting of him and is like, we just want you to be happy. Those 3 seconds, or he was checking him out and he was like, ooh, that booty though. Coming to the conclusion, he's like, maybe I'm interested, but he doesn't know it yet because he didn't let the look linger, and he made a weird look because he caught himself. He's like, why am I watching him walk away and all that fondness? Oof.
No one's listening! Listen! I didn't want to mention punishment, but I'm telling you, I can be really scary.
Jennifer Coolidge is an icon.
Unless you look deeper, there's nothing particularly remarkable about Mary.
Jennifer Coolidge is so good. She is so good. She's stealing this entire moment. You can't pay attention to the fact that the best friend is totally like, I need to have the main character. Like, he is mine. He is the roast beef to my Christmas meal.
My family is terrified that I'll be alone forever, and I didn't want to hear about it.
He's already on date 2, telling this very nice person that he's on a date with the exact same thing that he told the doctor that he had been seeing for over 3.5 months, but he hadn't mentioned that before to him. Like, obviously, the doctor did not care at all. And why didn't you share that with him before? You knew the holidays were coming up?
That's how we met, actually. How'd you meet?
Grinder.
Drove and drove and drove. Now, one day, walked into the man's apartment. The man said, "We're home."
Is that your real apartment?
It's a drawing of it. Yeah.
Where you live with Uncle Peter?
Yep.
Then why isn't Uncle Peter in the book?
He's gonna write his second book with Uncle Peter in it.
It's a good question.
When did you and Uncle Peter get married?
I love that these young kids don't see them being gay as anything other than normal. He's totally like, if you guys live together, obviously you're married, why isn't he in the book? He's not poisoned by the world. What I like about this is that these kid actors seem so genuine. It makes me actually enjoy children, and I usually do not. If I was on a date with a man that hot, especially the second date, I don't think, obviously I could never say no to the date that he invited me on, but skiing, I am so clumsy, that would not be a good idea. And also, that's terrifying. So many things could happen to you. You're trying to impress on a second date, okay? He's not in love with you yet. You're still setting the stage for him to fall in love with you. And, no thank you.
Love is blind. No, that's when you fall in love with someone who's ugly.
But you have to move back here. That's what I'm saying. I think I do want to move back here.
Oh no, now the best friend is gonna be like, I can't fall in love with you because you're gonna move back here, but I live in LA, I plan to stay in LA, and now he's gonna say, well, if I tell him how I feel, he's gonna have to choose his family or me, and if he's a good human, which we can tell that he is, he's not gonna want that for him, because he sees how much he loves his family and how much he wants to spend time with them. He doesn't want to get in the way.
You really must like this guy if he's got you thinking about all of this.
No. The dates with the guy was the catalyst to all of these things he just said. All of these feelings he's expressing about wanting to be home, to be with his family. That was already there.
Nick is hot. Nick is a 10. And Peter's a 10 in New Hampshire.
You just have to make sure that Peter
What do I actually have in LA? A job I don't love, an overpriced apartment, an overpriced car.
The main character doesn't know what he's saying, because what the best friend hears is, you're not the reason I would stay. He said, what do I have in LA? And the best friend is like, I'm right here. And I'm like, you're taking him for granted. He's there, he's supportive, he's always got words of wisdom. You didn't have to be alone for Christmas and be like, look at me, I'm single. And now you're like, what do I have in LA? I have nothing. You have a 9-year friendship. That could be more. And you don't even see that? Like, why are you taking it for granted?
Gays just know how to do stuff, you know? I mean, they're survivors. And for some reason, they're always obsessed with me.
We love a self-aware queen.
I have something to tell you. And it has spun around in my head a lot lately. I'm just gonna say it. I love you.
I'm not for sure what this roommate is seeing in the main character. Like, why are you so enamored by him? Show us that. I want to feel their connection, and I haven't really felt that yet.
Last night I took a walk in the snow. Couples holding hands, places to go.
Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us.
I have to go. And I said, stay, stay, stay.
I am gagging for you, faggot.
Christmas. It's Christmas. Merry Crisis. Merry Chrysler.
Sounds dry.
All in all, is it a bad movie? Absolutely not. It's a really solid, fun movie. It's a great comedy. And the best part about it is that a lot of it feels original. They have just enough familiarity, enough familiar comic beats and moments to make it feel warm and cozy, which honestly I don't mind because they did so much original stuff with it. And it honestly felt like just real people because that's what we are. We're weird, we're complicated, we're messy. We're not the sassy gay best friend 110% of the time. And I truly enjoyed everyone on screen. I mean, yeah, the main guy was so annoying, but you know what? Honestly, so are most gay people. But I truly did enjoy everyone on screen. What I truly appreciate again, is the originality of this movie. There are 1 million holiday movies on Hallmark alone, and now Netflix, and somehow they're infiltrating all the networks, all the streaming sites. They're all the same cookie cutter plots, and the same characters, and the same boring, straight white people. Like, boring! There was very minimal cringe. A lot of times you watch these movies, and they just got like such a terrible script, and you're just watching it because they found one B-list, maybe A-list celebrity or a forgotten celebrity from a bygone era like the 90s. People are only watching for like a familiar face or a celebrity that they stan so hard. Like, they're not watching it because they're like, this is cinema, this is comedy. This movie is important because we don't always need LGBTQ+ tragedies on screen. Sometimes it's nice to have a warm, cozy, fun movie featuring people like myself on the screen. It is so important to see yourself represented on a screen. I will not explain this to straight people. I won't, because they'll never understand, because they see themselves in every facet of the world. They always will. But as a gay person, it's so great to see a warm, loving relationship on screen, a warm, loving family on screen. I truly cried the last 10 minutes of this movie just from seeing a family that accepted the gay male character. They were rooting for him the whole movie. It gave me so much hope. I am from Eastern Kentucky. I have not been back to Kentucky since the holiday season of 2017. I mean, I'm sure I could go back and it would be fine, but there's still a level of danger. And this has been proven just yesterday when the local news, WKYT, posted about, we're here. There's an episode where a straight pastor from a Methodist church in Indiana, he decides to do drag just because he supports our community. And he apparently was fired. So WKYT did a story about it. The comments, as they always are on Facebook, were so disgusting, so homophobic that I was taken aback. Again, it was like a grounding moment of like, is it safe for me to go there? These are self-proclaimed Christians spewing hate and judgment and just vile, disgusting things just because a man put on a dress and wore heels and a wig. That's it. So how do they feel about me, a person who is actively into the lifestyle of a gay person? They're literally one breath, they're one opportunity away from a hate crime. And that's terrifying. And it's just really nice to see a holiday movie where someone can go home to their family because I can't. And I'm sure my family would see this and they'll say, they wouldn't say they support me. My mom would. But the rest of them would say, we tolerate you, basically. Our Lord and our beliefs and our system of believing of how the world works, you don't fit in it, but we'll acknowledge you in the room. We just won't talk about your gayness, right? That's how I would be treated. Despite all my success, which doesn't mean anything. You think as a gay person, like, oh, if I work harder, if I'm successful, if I have X, Y, and Z, that'll prove to them that this isn't a lifestyle, that I can be so much more than gay. Maybe then I'll be enough. And you try to be, I can't speak for everyone, but I definitely try to in the back of my mind, anytime I get a new success in my life or feel like I'm on top, I think, oh, maybe they'll see this and they'll see me thriving and they'll suddenly stop caring that I'm gay. But they never will. It'll be the elephant in the room. But then I'll see movies like this, and I'll be filled with hope that one day I'll have that. And if I don't have it with my real family, I have it with my chosen family. But this is a great movie. And it did give me so much hope and warm feelings. And I definitely want to watch it right now. I want to bake some holiday cookies I got from Target. I live in New York City and I only have a toaster oven in this apartment. So real baking, out of the question. The only thing that would make this better is if in the sequel, there needs to be a sequel, is if Catherine O'Hara shows up as the person putting on a rival Christmas play at a smaller town next door or something. I don't know. But I need Catherine O'Hara to be in the sequel. That would have made it top tier. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. And I hope you truly enjoyed this movie as much as I have. Thank you.